crazy updates, game-crashing bugs, hidden secrets. These are the insane things level creators have done to be despised by the creator of Geometry Dash. Some of these maps are so controversial that RobTop has personally deleted them. To find out why Rob has taken such drastic measures against the players of his own game, we need to talk about the first map that tricked him. This is BP Night, which was infamous for its difficulty. At first, players respected RA7 for being able to complete such a difficult level, but what they didn't realize is that he was trolling everyone. He built a secret way that allowed him to skip all of BP Night's hard timings, which made beating his own map a piece of cake. This is an issue because it was star rated by RobTop. Every creator wants their level to be rated so it can be seen by thousands. By the time this map was derated, many players had already completed it for stars. Over time, secret ways became far more common, and to this day, even hundreds of rated levels have them. Check out Heaven and Hell's main path. Of course it has a secret way. There's no way Roadboast was this good back in the day with his old 10 FPS phone. Even the former leader of Geometry Dash's most famous clan used this frowned upon tactic. When Weo Tio's friend was getting into GD, he wanted to beat a demon, so Weo was like,
I got you covered,
and briefly built a secret way in Lake of Fire. The inner community instantly found out about this, and it would take Lake of Fire years to get its stars back. Ironically, Weo himself helped unraid a demon. He created one of GD's first viral videos ever called
Worst Demon Level Ever, Sochi Ski Jump.
And he's right, I'm surprised this was even rated. Come on, this isn't a secret way. We're in the Olympics, it's clearly a silver medal. While the level's creator Zeriku ended up deleting the level, at least most of his levels stayed rated. After WizTickFX put a secret way in some of his levels, RobTop would deem his entire account untrustworthy, and most of his levels were derated. Although, at least they still exist. There's a mysterious old level called Element 111RG. Nearly everyone who played it wasn't even able to pass 41% in practice mode due to its difficulty. While it was considered to be the hardest demon, beating RG is actually very simple. Most footage of the map is people using the secret way to beat this level with ease. There's some theories that RobTop might have modified the level himself, which is pretty much unheard of. People also don't actually know who deleted RG after its derate, but someone did, and now the level has been lost to time. While most secret ways found in maps nowadays are unintentional, there are some people who found crazy exploits in Geometry Dash. Yeah, this video is only gonna get more and more insane. A player called Sone0924 built and somehow verified 4 levels in the Hell series. These were the first extreme demons to ever be rated. But do you notice anything strange about them? Well, they have weirdly primitive architecture. The levels were released from update 1.4 to 1.6, but despite that, all of the objects are from 1.2 or before. There's even weird cases in the Hell origin where instead of using black blocks, Sone decided to place a basic block multiple times over to replicate how they would have looked. By investigating screenshots of his level editor, the community found out why he did these seemingly pointless actions. You see, Sone had been playing on a 1.2 client the entire time. He used it because this version allowed players to upload levels to the servers without having to verify it themselves. After being notified of this, RobTop made it impossible for anyone without the most recent update of GD to upload levels to his game. Although this is far from the last exploit he would have to patch. You see, for 107 minutes, a hacker called H-Man had control over the GD servers. He not only rated his own levels, but even made them worth 127 stars while telling RobTop to fix his game. If these demons weren't empty, they probably had some interesting imagery. The level's descriptions had a link which would effectively teach anyone how to hack like he did. After RobTop reset the GD servers, he would take back control and quickly patch this exploit. Even this wasn't as crazy as what I'm going to be talking about. At least these levels didn't straight up crash your game. In 2021, one of the hardest extreme demons of all time was verified. It was called Sonic Wave Infinity and quickly received a rate along with hundreds of thousands of downloads. One issue: if the player clicked here, instead of dying a normal death, their game would crash.
So I remember opening up Twitter and I saw a ton of split opinions on the crash trigger because game crashing could potentially affect the save file. At the time, I was going around crashing level request streamers. It was super funny to me. And that's when I entered a stream on Twitch and I saw someone playing Sonic Wave.
Unfortunately for this streamer, he was using an alternate route that Zanny didn't like.
So this is where my plan came together. I was gonna ruin this person's route and anyone who potentially tried to go a different way in this last cube. So I put a crash trigger and the rest is history.
Then there's Ocular Miracle, an extreme demon that's development was hyped up for years. Just one issue: it had over 400,000 objects, and the thousands who played it noticed a ton of issues with their game.
I remember the day Ocular Miracle was rated and derated, I wasn't surprised that the level ended up unrated. Even after everything the Atlanta team did to optimize the level, it still wasn't playable for most people.
The real miracle is that their computers didn't spontaneously combust after loading this level. Even I experienced this glitch where a ton of sprites in the game got erased. Soon RobTop derated it, and the creators eventually decided to split it into 3 different extreme demons. Now you can probably guess what happened when a 1 million object level called Corn was raided by mistake. Though at least these levels were possible for some people to play. Version 1.4 was an update that caused many levels to be glitched. In the case of Confused, some of the map was deleted and a block was moved to 0-0. This pretty much turned the level into an inescapable death trap. And you can probably guess why it was disliked to oblivion before being derated. While Confused was disliked, it's nowhere near as hated as a certain group of creators. You see, Geometry Dash players have been trying to find the best way to steal levels without getting caught for years. The art of level stealing was invented by a menace called Hakucho789. Unlike today, you couldn't even copy online levels from the server, so this guy literally poorly rebuilt hundreds of online levels just to attempt to get a raid. Due to this, he constantly received hate comments and several of his levels have been derated. His behavior becomes weird when you realize he was a skilled creator who got millions of downloads from original work. And it's not like raid standards were that high back in the day. Eventually, Update 1.7 was released, and now it was easy for anyone to copy each other's levels. Many raided maps just became slightly altered versions of already existing levels. The entire 9 circles trend consists of a stolen effect, and you've probably seen these gems from Atlas in a ton of levels. Even the most liked level in the game, Retrace, stole several designs from Gigabyte. So as you can tell, Rob didn't care as much back in the day, but over the years, more and more levels have been getting derated for stealing. So much so that recently it's taken over as the most common reason why a level is derated. I played a lot of these maps myself, and they're usually not even bad. Since there are dozens of mods looking out for this stuff, good luck smuggling even a slight amount of stolen decoration to the rated tab. While RobTop takes immediate action on stolen maps, he barely uses the derate hammer on levels with a hacked verification. For example, even though the creator of Necropolis was exposed for hacking his video completions, by the time the exposal happened, his level had already been beaten by many legitimate players. So in most cases like this, RobTop just leaves the map alone. However, if a map is unbeaten or seemingly impossible, then he'll take action. Silent Club, Fexty, Theory of Darkness, and Phobos were all the hardest demons of their time before being derated. In a lot of cases, a level is initially rate-worthy, but then the creator decides to backstab RobTop and change the level entirely. I don't know why, maybe just to troll. This is the first version of Flappy Lightsaber, and you'd think the version that got this level derated was terrible, but no, it becomes one of the most awesome Flappy levels I've ever seen. The issue is that this level was updated to a 26-second map. If your level is less than 30 seconds, it has to be rated either easy or auto, because otherwise RobTop's anti-cheat will detect whoever beats the map as a hacker and then ban them. Now I can guess why Flappy Fantasy was derated. Now the guy who made Figurative decided to start his villain arc. Overnight his hard demon was turned into a message directed at RobTop.
Now you can't ignore me, RobTop. Now you can f***ing listen to me. I was so happy when this level got rated. I was really excited when my friend posted Toxic Circles. But now, it's been 2 months and it's not rated. Are you serious right now, bro? I'll re-verify this when he gets rated. But for now, free stars.
And now, none of these guys have creator points, but hey, he fought for his friends no matter what, and that's what counts. I hope they stay friends for life. All of these levels are examples of easy updates, but occasionally you get that one psychopathic creator that decides to make their level way harder than it should be. There are 2 former 3 stars that have gone down in infamy. The first is Beautiful Eyes. This level was barely rate-worthy in the first place, so if I was the creator I'd be thanking my lucky stars. But no, they had to update it to their new level Fire Circles, which obviously shouldn't be a 3-star. Then there's I-99I, which was apparently a normal 3-star, but then buffed to an unrecognizable Insane Demon. If you think this was crazy though, several levels have been updated to Extreme Demons. There is one level with an update history so crazy that I literally have a 12-minute documentary just to explain its history. But I'll make a long story short. Here's Battle of the Shades. After being rated and receiving some negative comments, it was updated to Phase 2, which is way different. While it at least starts off pleasant, it quickly descends into hell. And of course the creator put some edgy text. Then it was updated again to Phase 3, which made Battle of the Shades one of the hardest demons. The version that finally got it unrated was Phase 4. The level was close to impossible at this point, but what finally got it unrated was the fact that there was a secret way in this new phase. Shortly after this, the creator GD Virus replaced everything with a long poem.
I ain't reading all that.
Surprisingly, even though it's been unrated for years, Battle of the Shades has recently entered Phase 5. While this is definitely the best decorated update, there's no way this was verified legit, so don't hope for a re-rate. Unlike these levels that were derated due to players updating, there are some levels that have been derated because of Geometry Dash itself updating. Very Easy is a demon that pretty much everyone made fun of, because in the past updates you were able to skip most of it with specific timings. But the real reason why it was derated was because in 2.0 it became impossible to go farther than 68% because of changes in GD physics. Sometimes RobTop has some very controversial rating decisions, like 8-Bit Ryan Comp, which got so much backlash after its rate that Rob had to reverse his decision. This is Catabath, very original name and design as you can tell. It obviously doesn't copy anything. Alright, let's be real, not only did this level look bad, but it was obviously hacked. The community quickly exposed Boy of the Cones and got this map derated. Now that Boy of the Cones was controversial, much of his future levels went under heavy scrutiny, but they were never derated because Boy of the Cones verified them legitimately. Then there's the Mare Knight, which obviously takes some inspiration from GD's most popular demon, but alright RobTop, I'll just forget this happened. What I can't forget is Monster in My Room. This level might just prove that RobTop only looks at the first few seconds of a map before rating it. After a reasonable 20 seconds of gameplay, this happens, and you have to enter a staring contest with this guy for the next 40 seconds. I wouldn't recommend blinking. Absolute Destruction X may have been unrated because of its secret way, but looking at the decoration makes you wonder what potential Rob saw in this level in the first place. My only good theory is that RobTop was forced to rate this level at chomper point. Some levels are so short, it's surprising they were ever rated. Currently, Xmas Challenge is the shortest rated map, but it wasn't always this way. Despite looking cool, Ball Challenge and Total Challenge were derated. This is Mech, which surprisingly wasn't the result of the creator doing a stupid update. RobTop just straight up rated a 10-second level that the creator merely called a test, but by far the most questionable rate of all time is Nightmare Level 1. This map is not even 5 seconds long. To this day, we don't have any answers as to why this map was ever rated. Was there possibly a past version that was far better? Or was RobTop on the special sugar? While this is one of many maps that are derated, rarely does RobTop ever personally delete a level. This is Sakup in Hell, a level made sheerly out of spite. After being exposed for cheating his verifications, the creator Nubas decided to openly hack the verification. His reasoning was pretty much,
well, Rob, since you've rated all these other obviously hacked demons, you have to rate this level.
People even theorized he made a fake persona called L Legend who claimed to beat Sakup in Hell in a day. RobTop hated everything this map stood for and destroyed it. Eventually, over a year later, Trusta would legitimately verify it, and it got featured. Today, Sakup in Hell is most known for inspiring Kinos, which is arguably the most famous level verification of all time. While Nubas initially made Sakup in Hell to spite Geometry Dash, ironically, he would indirectly help increase GD's popularity far more than he could have ever imagined. And yes, while RobTop deletes levels with certain names or imagery, I can't mention those for obvious reasons. Anyways, YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Subscribe.